Alex Jones, John Lee and Joe Morris are now inviting you to join
the common clay in the New West. The common clay, the common clay, the common clay in the New West. Morons.
I forgot. Yeah, we're going to have to change the start because it says Joe Morris. I just realised that. We've got a guest today, Chris.
Hello, how you doing?
That is our friend Chris. You might remember him from episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
He's back.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Joe is away this week.
Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's it. That's all we have to say on that.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening.
He was really excited to tell us all about it last week, and then we said, "Oh no, we'll do it later," and then never did it.
Yeah,
so.
we kept cutting him off, didn't we?
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Johnny Depp. Have you seen this?
I've never seen a picture of Johnny Depp.
There's a picture of Johnny Depp going around the internet, and he looks like... Remember that picture of Gaza when he looked like a really old man?
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy, Derek Whibley from Sum 41, remember, he's like, Johnny Depp now. I would show you the picture, but I didn't save it.
Remember that picture of Gaza with the fake tits?
Yeah.
My favourite picture of Gaza.
I follow Gaza on Instagram, and he just puts the same selfie, like, up every day. It's always not the same picture, but the same pose, like, every day, and it's always like, good morning, thank you for the wonderful day, love, Gaz, and, like, kisses. It's every day, it's brilliant. But, yeah, there's a picture of Johnny Depp going around that, and his fans are worried about him, apparently, because he looks very ill. I can't find it.
I've seen a picture of him recently on stage. He plays in Hollywood Vampires with Joe Perry and Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
And he looked... Alright, let me go have a look.
I'm just showing John and Chris the picture of Johnny Depp looking not very well. It's bad, isn't it?
That's not. It's got a picture of Johnny Depp. Fugly.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced it's him, to be honest. I think it might just be some old man that looks like him.
Well, if he took his hat off, the picture I saw, he'd shaved the sides of his head and had like long hair on top. So.
And he's old now, isn't he?
60 odd.
Yeah, so yeah, it's probably fair enough.
He's recently taken his accountants, or people look after his money, to court, saying they mismanaged his money or something. And they said, you buy like a $50,000 bottle of wine or something and then just drink it. Yeah. It's not an investment. You just drink it. And they said about, in Hunter Thompson's funeral, he shot him out of a cannon. And they're like, you spent like 10 million quid doing that. And he's like, no, I do what I want with my money. Like, well, that's why you fucking don't have any left, mate.
Speaking of just being ridiculous and doing silly things without caring about how much it costs, I started watching a TV show last night called The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
It's a comedy about, basically, they don't really explain what happened, but basically a disease kills everyone in the world, and there's just one guy left.
I imagined.
And he's driving around America trying to find other people, and then he just gives up, and he writes on signs everywhere he goes saying, I'm alive in Tuscan, or wherever he goes. And then he just goes to like this really rich neighbourhood, gets a really big house, and then just goes and does loads of ridiculous stuff, kind of like breaks into everywhere and just has what he wants. His house got all like the pop art from all around the world and stuff in it. And then at one point he's watching Castaway, and Tom Hanks is talking to the ball, and he's like, nah, that'll never happen, that's ridiculous, that doesn't work. And then like 2 years later he's just chatting to balls and that. It's really funny. It's a lot funnier than it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds crap, but I might watch it.
It's good. And then like slowly, like there's another lady comes in that like sees his signs and that, and it's the woman from Flight of the Conchords. Can't think of her name. Can't think of his name either. He's also in Flight of the Conchords.
If that happened to me in real life, I'd probably give it a couple of weeks and kill myself, I think.
But he tries to, and then he sees the smoke from someone else's campfire. But he does loads of funny stuff. Like he fills a pool up with just tequila and just swims in it.
Yeah, it sounds quite bad.
It is, it's dark. It's dark, but it's funny.
I felt like that for a bit of this weekend.
Well,
Only Man in the World.
Yeah.
That's how you brought it up.
Yeah.
Alex's wife and my wife are in Amsterdam, so we've been left on our own all weekend.
Yeah.
And it's just lonely and boring.
It is lonely and boring. Like, I was off on Friday as well, because I dropped them to the airport and then got back, and I was very lonely and boring all day. But then, that was it. Drank lots of beer, ate some nice food.
Yeah, just being gross on the sofa.
We were talking last night, John, about emo lyrics, I thought that would be funny to talk about.
Oh, I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, that was funny.
No, they're brutally misogynistic, I think I described them as. And really sort of like just entitled, like they deserve these women to be shagging them or something. And then when they're not, and then when they don't, and when they're like, no, they're like, oh, I want you to fucking die in a car crash or
Yeah,
something.
well, that's the
It's
brand new song,
horrible.
isn't it?
Yeah, but Taking Back Sunday, or they have all these things. It's horrible, like.
Well, this is the lyric I got from a brand new song. Can't remember what it's called, but it just says, I hope there's ice on all the roads and you think of me when you forget your seatbelt and then again when your head goes through the windshield.
Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Chris? Had a nice week?
Yeah, moved house.
Oh,
Broke my
nice.
foot.
Oh, nice.
Separate incident.
Yeah.
I was meant to be boxing this week, but when I was sparring, I got my foot caught in the cage and tried to throw a punch, and my foot stayed there.
Oh.
So I didn't fight. Apart from that, just lifting boxes and that.
Nice. I also hit my foot last weekend,
A
didn't I,
different
John?
type of boxing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last weekend we had my
So
barbecue.
instead of boxing,
Yeah.
it was boxes.
I hit my foot last weekend, didn't I?
Clever that.
Stood on a bit of glass after our barbecue.
So we had that Champions League final party that no one from the Clay Nation turned up to, and at the
Yeah.
end of the night, Al trod on broken glass.
And it's still really bad now. It's right in the middle of the heel. I still can't. I'm meant to be playing football tomorrow, but it's not happening.
No.
But anyway,
No.
Champions League final, we got all our predictions wrong.
I said Mane would score, and
Yeah, you did,
Ramos would do something controversial. I said he'd get sent off, but I mean, he could.
He should have been sent off.
Chris is a lifelong diehard Liverpool fan, so
Yeah, can we not talk about this? It's
well,
still...
it comes up again later.
Well, we all celebrated Bale's goal like it was Wales scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did everyone in the pub I was in, apart from me.
Oh, it was a good goal though.
It was outstanding, the first one.
Are we gonna talk about the goalie?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah, go on.
What about the "You'll Never Walk Alone"? Right?
Mm.
None of the Liverpool players went over to the goalie at the end. They left him there for 4 minutes.
I tell you, did go over to him.
Lovely Welsh boy.
Gaz, like
Yeah.
Gazy Bale.
So-
I missed that bit, I was too busy crying.
Yeah, so you never walk alone unless you mess up in a final, and then you do walk alone.
Yeah.
You never walk alone, and if things are going well. And then if they're
That should
not,
be on the- on the club
but if
crest.
you are, but if it's not. And then, but anyway, I blame Jordan Henderson more than anything, 'cause he's the captain, so he should have gone over
I
there.
know exactly how it feels because once I was playing for Caerphilly Cannons and I tried to overhead kick the ball in my own area
Oh, nice.
and I completely missed the ball and it went in.
When we used to play five-a-side, I used to play in goal, and this one time the guy was running, it was 1-on-1, and the guy was being a bit of an arsehole throughout the game, so I thought instead of like saving it, I'll just take him out. And I completely missed him, and then the ball just rolled in, and it was just like a really shit goal. So
In five-a-side though, the keeper isn't allowed out the
no,
area,
I was
and
just,
the attacker
I
isn't
was just
allowed
gonna
in.
I was gonna lean out, and then I just completely messed it up. So it's easy to make a mistake. But that first,
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't.
That's about it, really. That's all we've been up to, really. I might do a quick rundown of thank yous.
You haven't asked me what I've been doing.
What have you been doing? You
No,
said.
nothing.
Yeah, you said.
What did I say?
You said you've been sat at home being disgusting.
Oh. I went to 2 gigs this week.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some listens in. What gigs did you go to?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
You sent me a picture for one yesterday. It was just a guy with like a bag on his head, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the opening band dropped out. He had like 2 hours notice. He just turned up. He was on his own doing effects, and it was alright.
Nice.
On Thursday, I went down to Portugal to see
Oh, yeah, that looked good, actually.
Freeborn Brothers, who are a friend of the podcast. I don't know if he listens. My friend Jamie puts them on every year. Polish sort of gypsy folk punk stuff, and they're the most entertaining live band I've ever seen.
Where did they play? In the back room?
Yeah,
Was it busy?
yeah,
Oh,
packed.
nice.
There's
I mean-
people standing down the hallway because they couldn't get in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, they look like a really good laugh, they do. I listened to some of their stuff, I really liked it.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I went to another gig, which is altogether more heavy and loud. And
Where
scary.
was it?
Catay's Community Centre in one of the just practice rooms.
Yeah, cool.
Again, the room is about half the size of this room, yeah, with a full band set up in there. And again, completely packed with people.
Nice. Anyway, I want to say thank you to...
That's why I'm hungover now.
I want to say thank you to people who've been listening in Myanmar. That's a country, apparently.
Yeah.
Myanmar. America. Barcelona. People have been listening. I wonder who that is. That's it, really. We've had loads of good ones. I don't really want to list them.
Why?
Well, there's just lots of just counties in... just list counties in the UK. New Cross, that's a new one. Nottingham. Maidstone. Bethnal Green. Centreville, USA.
Alright, don't list them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, should we do the feature?
Feature.
Put some music in. Say that every week.
It's like seeing behind the curtain.
It
This
is
is where the magic happens.
Right then. Right, Chris, you're from Caerphilly.
Yes.
Born and bred.
Yes.
Me and John are currently in the process of gentrifying Caerphilly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got a lot of work on your hands.
The Kardashians moving into your old estate.
Yeah. So I thought I'd do some Caerphilly stuff for us today.
Nice.
So I've been looking just around things and all that much.
I got a fact about Caerphilly.
Go on then.
It's
Please
the
do.
only place I've ever seen a woman take her stiletto off and try and stab someone with it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
That's good. Anyway, have you ever heard of the Banshee of Hoyley Lane?
Oh, I didn't know.
Anyway,
The Banshee of where?
Hoyley Lane.
Is that even a place in Caerphilly? No?
It's in the back end of Caerphilly.
Oh, right.
It's said to be haunted by Shinny, the Banshee. And
Shinny.
she can pose as either a pathetic old woman begging for help out in the lane at night,
I've seen a few of them in Caerphilly, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
or sometimes she appears as a voluptuous
Ooh.
woman. She tempts men down the lane, and then when she gets you down there, she strikes your head off.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not very voluptuous of her.
Well, and then she takes all the heads down into there's like a little lake down there, and then she washes all the heads and adds them to a collection.
Why?
So, this is one of the ones I found. And the next one, right, this is more of the actual story, it's only short though, is the story of the man who built Caerphilly Castle. Well, not really about the man.
Yeah. Well, I texted you about it before when I went around there. I said you should do this as a feature.
Yeah, it's only short though. Do you know anything about it, John, Chris?
Is this the Green Lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know anything about it?
Yeah, it's a pub in Caerphilly.
Oh, right. Oh, there is, yeah,
Yeah.
past it, yeah. Well, this is about the ghost, the Green Lady, not the...
I've seen it.
Have you? Okay, cool, I'll hear this story
Oh, the
first.
ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, here we go. Alright, there was a guy called Gilbert de Clare, and he built the castle, right? That's
the story of how the castle got
That's the
built.
story of how it got built. And he married the very beautiful and voluptuous Alice of Angoulême. I can't really pronounce that, it's French. And he built the castle, and then they were like married and that. And then, but she got a bit tired of his just kind of like building antics. All he wanted to do was build stuff all the time, build a castle.
He built a
this.
few, quite young as well, like
Yeah.
early 20s, younger than we are now, built a castle. Like.
And then she just got a bit sick of it. She wanted a man that would more like help around the house and help change the baby's nappy and that, not just always out building. And then she fell in love with the young and handsome Grufford. Grufford the Fair, they call him. He's not the brightest bloke, but he's good looking.
He's fair.
And they had a passionate affair, but Grufford, being a bit of a thicko, only went and told the local monks that he was like...
Oh, don't tell the monks.
I know, he was getting it on with
person to tell.
he was getting it on with Gilbert's wife, and he was telling the monks all about it, all about the voluptuousness and all that. And then the monks, because they don't give a fuck, they were just like on the piss now. They went and just grassed on him straight away.
Yeah, they would, like.
Yeah, they don't care. And then Gilbert was absolutely fuming. He was like, right, I'm hanging Grifford for this, because he's been sleeping with my wife. And then Grifford was like, nah, I'm hanging the monk that told you first. And then they hung the monk. The monk got hung, unfortunately. And then
Unfortunately.
and then Gilbert hung Grufford, and then he took his dead body, right, and he walked over to his wife's bedroom where she was and just launched it at her feet. He was like, here's the dead body of your affair man. And then she just dropped dead on the spot. She was so heartbroken.
Died of a broken heart.
Yeah, again, it's quite a lot of that in Wales.
Very passionate people. Some of them.
Yeah, we are. And then forevermore, her sorrowful ghost hangs around Caerphilly Castle, emitting a green glow that represents her husband's jealousy. Spooky, innit?
Is that how ghosts work? They choose a colour to represent an emotion
Yeah.
of someone else.
But over the years, she's become, because nobody lives in the castle or anything anymore, she's become so gross because she's been like hanging around for so long that she's got like leathery like skin, and she's like got really grey wiry hair.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those in Caerphilly as well.
And she's become so bitter over time that now she's seen floating outside the windows of local residents who are about to die. So like if you're about to die, and then apparently as you're about to die in Caerphilly, like she'll be outside your window and she'll call your name.
Ooh.
So that's spooky, innit? Yeah. So they say, but they also say if that you hang around at the castle at night, you can also hear the groans and wails of the Green Lady calling out for her hanged lover. And that's the end. There's nothing else to it. Because you came over, didn't you? I was writing it.
Oh, did I?
And then you came over and we had a couple of beers, and I never went back to it.
No, that's good. It's
It's
very
good though.
interesting.
Well, that was the whole story, and I was going to do a couple more, but didn't.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't like that the monk was hanged, unfortunately.
No, but there's loads of them, so.
Yeah.
When I was in school, our history teacher was telling us that story, and he told us
History.
he told us that Gilbert de Clare invented chocolate eclairs. I believed it for a good few years.
You might have then.
It's not
Who
even
knows?
spelled the same.
Well, French.
Yeah.
French.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like
That's
it.
enough
And
proof for me.
French. And, okay, cool. So you've seen the Green Lady.
Yeah.
Go on then.
When I was younger, security wasn't what it is now on the castle, so we used to break in at night and like play football in there. And
At night?
Yeah.
Green
Well,
glow
this
of the
was
lady
before-
would
yeah.
light it up.
And we saw what we thought was the Green Lady, or we saw a woman in one of the like side rooms, and then we went to get our mates, and she was gone when we came back.
No way.
Mm.
That's good.
I was a bit pissed at the time.
Wow.
It was the 90s.
The 90s. Well, you were under.
That was about 11 or something.
Oh, no way. So you've seen it. So that's
Yeah.
true then.
Yeah.
Fact.
Factual story.
Actual truth. I've never seen a ghost.
No.
No. Have you ever seen any other ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
I saw one when I was younger. We had an old sideboard in my house, and I went downstairs when I was getting ready for school, and there was a woman in like a long cloak,
Gosh.
all in white.
Was anyone dying?
Well, I don't know. My dog was pretty ill at the time. It could have been it. Does she turn up for dogs as well?
Yeah, she might do. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Why
could
not?
very well
Must be
do.
quite busy, yeah.
Yeah, she'd be a busy lady. No wonder she's gone all leathery.
Mm.
Known side effect of being outside people's windows when they're dying.
Yeah.
You will turn leathery in that circumstance.
Alright, that's the feature this week.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, don't really. It was going to be a bit longer, but there's not that much.
Well, in Philly.
Not many ghosts. Well, not many ghosts in the world. None.
You must have some good local history
Yeah,
knowledge. to
yeah, I was gonna say.
Tell us the story of Caerphilly.
The Rose and Crown in Eglwys up above Abertridw, next to the church, has got a tunnel that goes to Caerphilly Castle underneath
Oh,
it.
nice.
But it's full of water now.
I heard about. No. Yeah.
And Oliver Cromwell stayed there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Crommy, like.
Crom boy.
Yeah.
There's a tunnel in our hometown, Porthcawl. Do you remember by the roundabout?
Yeah.
And they used to say that like it went all the way down like underneath the lane, didn't it?
Yeah.
They used to say that if you got round the corner, there was a boy in there when they like drowned in there.
Did they say
Yeah,
that?
they used to tell us that. They
We used to try and sort of crawl through it.
Yeah. They used to say if you got in so far, a little boy would be in there and he'd like grab you and then you join him and that. Haunting the tunnel.
This podcast is terrifying.
But yeah. Oh, did we just get a live correspondence? No. No. Yeah. Do you want to move on to correspondence?
Have we got many?
We got plenty, yeah. Enough to carry us on.
Correspondence.
Last week we had Joe's brother-in-law and brother email us.
Yeah.
This week my sister-in-law has emailed us.
Oh.
Joe Winnie has emailed us, and this is one of my favourite questions we've had, I'd say. Says, "Hi boyos, loving the show. Was listening yesterday while driving over the bridge en route to see the family, and it got me thinking about weird familyisms. Stuff you think is normal and everyone says, but you realise later in life it's specific to your own stupid family. For example, my nan always referred to knots in your hair as puggies." Also, did you know that the word scram, as in like scratch, is a Welsh thing?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've learnt that recently because I said it to my girlfriend and she was like, "What are you on about?"
Yeah.
Ta-ra as well is a Welsh thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Like if you say, when I was in America, you say ta-ra to people and they're like, what are you on about?
I found with my other sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she's American, and when we go out there, well, been out once, and like you speak to American people and you walk up and you go, "Oh, all right," like, "All right." They go, "Yeah," like, "Why?" they don't like, "All right" isn't a greeting to them, it's like a question, and they just kind of go, yeah, fine.
If you tell them you're going outside for a fag as well, that means something completely different.
Yeah. Also, one thing I've noticed about American accent is that, you know how we say, like, they swap their A's around? So, like, I can't think of any examples. But, like, when we say all, for example, all of you, they'll do a capital A, so it'll be like, all of you. And, like, it's where we say we'll have water, they say water.
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Oh, there we are.
So, there, that's something I learned. But apart from twat, when they say twat, they say twat.
Yeah, they
So
can't
it's the
say
opposite.
it.
So that's the way we pronounce A's normally. Isn't that weird? They're like, it's all opposites. Anyway, back to Joe's question. She says, "What are your stupid familyisms?" Cheers, Joe. Got any?
No.
My mum
My
used
family completely normal.
my mum used to always not threaten, but like she'd be like, "Oh, I'll break my neck." Like over everything, she'd be like, "Oh, I'd fall." Like doing, like sometimes it'd be legitimate, like we'd leave our skateboard on top of the stairs or something. She'd be like, I could fall and break my neck, but it got to the point where we'd be like, everything would be, we'd be like, "Oh, I'll break my neck." Like, "Oh, if you do that, I'll fall and break my neck," like all the time. That was something she used to say. And then not really the stupid familyisms, but when I first met my wife's family, we had a roast dinner round their house, and my mum. She can't cook. She won't mind me saying that. And we never had like roast dinners at home. If we did have a roast dinner, it was out like in a pub or like carvery or something like that. So this was my first time having proper homemade chicken dinner, and I'd never seen chicken gravy before. So like, you know, it's like pale, and it's not like Bisto. And I was just like eating my chicken dinner, and I was like, "Oh, this is stunning. This is absolutely stunning." And I said to Laura's mum, I was like, "Oh, what's this sauce? It's beautiful." And then they were just like, "That's gravy." And I was just like, "Oh god."
They never should have let him
No,
marry you.
that was the first time I met them actually.
Get rid now.
Yeah. But,
I spotted Rog in town yesterday. Handsome man. Very handsome man.
Oh, well, Laura's mum listens regularly now, so she'll appreciate you saying that.
All right. You're married to a very handsome man.
And your chicken sauce is delicious.
I'm trying to think of other things my family do. They just, like, I don't know. I call my granddad Gumper.
And I think that's probably a Welsh thing.
Yeah, I didn't really, like, I used to, like, yeah, people, when I went to school and was like, "Oh, I'm going to my Gumper's house," people go, "What's that?"
That's not a thing.
No. But I don't know if that was just like, I don't know, it must be a Welsh thing. But I'll pose this question to Joe next week as well, because he's got a funny
You'll
family.
have some brilliant ones.
Yeah. But I can't think of anything apart from that. Have you got anything that your family did that only your family did? I remember I once went to a barbecue around your house when we were little, and I don't know if he actually did it or if he just kind of like made it look like he did it, where he just like picked up a snail from the garden and chucked it on the barbecue, and then just like ate it. And your dad did that, and we were all like, yeah. And I can't remember if he did or if he made it look like he did.
No, but he sounds like a fucking nutter. He's not. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah. And we were all just like, "Oh my god, that's amazing."
He does pick up snails from the garden, and the family home in Porthcawl backs onto a big cornfield, and he'll lob them into the field.
My dad will eat stuff for money. We used to get back from the pub, the Piccadilly in Caerphilly. We used to go back to his house afterwards and drink with a couple of people, and a couple of times I paid him 20 quid to eat like a mouldy orange or drink something with a fly in it.
20 quid. That's quite a lot.
And then he always looked surprised when I give him the money. He was like, "Oh, I was just doing it for a laugh." Like.
Something with a fly in it. I asked Al this yesterday. I don't know if you know. I don't know if any of our listeners know. So I was at a barbecue last week, had a glass of beer, a fly went in it and died. Is it drowned in there, or does it have a little sip and then because it's so little, the alcohol just poisons it and it dies that way?
I don't know.
How does the fly
I'd
die?
say drowned, because I bet they... I don't know.
We're asking the big questions.
Yeah. I think the wings are probably stuck because when they get wet, they can't flap them
Yeah.
and they might drown. But I mean, they would need half a drop and it would kill
They
them.
probably die quicker than they die in water, I'd say, because like it's
Yeah.
fizzy as well and it's like acidy. So yeah, email in if you know.
Yeah,
Oh
let us
yeah,
know.
true. commonclavethenewwest@gmail.com.
Instagram,
There's got to be some
Commonclave
vets listening.
yeah, commonclavethenewwest on Instagram and
Twitter.
at commonclavepod and www.commonclavethenewwest.com.
Anything on it yet?
No, but I played around with it yesterday and updated it all, so it looks a bit more legit. But
Cool.
I'm learning every day. So once the website's up and running, it'll be good.
Look forward to that.
Look forward to it. So thank you for that email, Joe. We'll if we think of any more, we'll say them. Okay, the next one is from Jay from Cardiff.
Hey Jay, do we know Jay?
It's probably Jay that works in Eli's.
I thought it might be, so yeah, that makes sense. It says,
Jay.
Croesio.
Hello, Jay.
Hello. It says, Jay says, if you could have any, so I'll read question by question and we'll go through it.
Okay.
It says, if you could have any animal's tail scaled up or down to your size attached to your body, which would you have?
Lemur.
What's a lemur's tail like?
I don't know, but they balance, don't they, on it?
Do
They
they?
use the tail to balance.
Oh, they
make
hang
them
off trees. Yeah,
things
true.
and
That's a good one. Yeah. I didn't think like logistically. I just thought mine was like a little bunny, you know, a little ball.
Oh,
So I could be like, ooh, like wiggle my bum around and that, and it'd be like cute
all
and that.
sexy
Yeah.
walking around.
When I had the sex toy website, can I tell this?
Yeah, Chris used
When
that.
I had the sex toy website, manhoney.com, still up, and we used to sell these tails, and they appear on Google search when you Google like fake tails. But the only way you could attach them was they had a butt plug on the end of them. So I'm sure we sold a lot of them, but I don't think people knew what they were when they were buying them.
So why would they? So there's a tail coming out the other end.
Yeah,
The other end's up your wrong end.
yeah.
What do you do? Go walk like
I
fancy
don't know.
dress?
That was nowhere near the weirdest thing we sold. Like I couldn't explain half the stuff on the website to you.
Doesn't sound where you'd ever use that. I
Yeah.
mean,
We
behind
had a
closed
torture
doors.
section.
So then why did you need? Oh, did you? Do you want to tell us about that
Yeah,
in
go on.
great detail?
It was all like medical stuff, like clamps and things to close things and open things and squeeze things and cage things. It was horrendous.
So you never saw, you did, it wasn't like you never used to send this stuff out, did you? You didn't have like a house full of just like torture sex toys.
Well, no. So my dad's attic is full of some weird stuff at the moment that we still got left over, but we just get the order and send the order to China and they'd ship it directly
Yeah.
to the customer. So we'd only ever see like order numbers unless we looked up what that product was. And I stopped doing that after a while because it's just questioning why would anyone want this.
Cool, so that's the tail question.
I'd have a pig.
Oh, a nice curly one, yeah, that'd be
so you
good.
could just, if we're bored just hanging out, you can just pull it.
And you go
And
bing.
boing. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. A monkey one would be good though, like to like hang from trees and that.
Tell you what would be handy in the summer, cows or whatever, the ones that swat flies when they land on you, because like a little mosquito or something.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if they land on you, and 'cause you don't necessarily realise, do you? That's how you get bit, 'cause you don't realise they're on
Yeah,
there.
true.
Yeah.
And then it would just automatically swat it off. I'd have one of
Yeah,
them.
that's good actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
A monkey one though as well could hold a beer,
Yeah.
like a third hand, wouldn't it?
I want a tail now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
Anyway, his next question is, which of the Chuckle Brothers do you think is the hardest? I don't know. All I know about the Chuckle Brothers. I don't know which one's which.
Yeah.
But I know, didn't we write a song about one of them dying?
Chuckle in Heaven.
Yeah. Which one was that about?
It was a cover of Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton, but it's just about Chuckle in Heaven.
What are the
You,
names?
well, I say we, you wrote it.
Well, yeah, there used to be all those rumours going around that one of them was dead, don't I?
I remember one of them's called Barry, but I don't know what the other one's called, and I don't know which one's Barry.
Well, I did some
Barry's the smaller one, I think.
research
Yeah.
to find out, because I didn't know which one was which. So I went on their Wikipedia page, and I still don't know. But this might go some way to help us working out which one is the hardest. So it says the brothers regularly appear at events and openings, an example being the unveiling of the Tropical Butterfly House, Wildlife and Falconry Centre in North Anston in July 2013,
Oh, no way.
which Barry attended.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they do the things separately as well.
Right, and then in April 2007, separate anecdote, whilst on holiday on the Greek island of Cephalonia, Paul broke his nose and suffered cuts and bruises when he lost control of his motorcycle after suddenly braking.
Oh.
Instead of helping him, tourists who stopped at the accident shouted the Chuckle Brothers catchphrase, "To me, to you."
I'd say the falconry one's harder then.
Well, yeah, from that we can only
Yeah, but you don't know if
deduce
the other one's a
that
Hell's Angel.
Barry
Oh,
is
yeah. Could be a Hell's Angel.
definitely the hardest one. Do you know in Chucklevision, the guy that goes, "No slacking"?
I've never seen it.
He's their real life brother as well. There's 4 of them.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No way.
What, are they brothers in real life? the
Oh,
Chuckle
yeah,
brothers?
they look alike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did see one thing online when I saw this email and I searched it, like there's rumours going on that they don't get on,
Yeah.
and then they both took to Twitter to be like, this is ridiculous, we're best friends just because we don't share hotel rooms and stuff, because there was like things going around saying they have different hotel rooms and sometimes they stay in different hotels, and they were like, yes, because we're grown men. It's not because we don't get on.
Why are they like 70 or something? Why would they share a room?
They could probably do alright for themselves as well, they can afford it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry is the hardest
Barry
one.
is the hardest, he's the little one.
I don't know.
Dunno.
He's the one that opened the Falconry.
Yeah, that's quite
Wildlife
badass, to
Centre
be
in,
fair, yeah.
North Anston.
Okay, which is the most overrated breakfast cereal? I'm a big fan of cereal.
I'm not. I am when I have it. I just never think of having it.
I have it a lot less than I used to. When I was like living alone, single, like sometimes,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
yeah, sometimes, yeah. And my favourite is Golden Nuggets. That's my favourite cereal of all time. But at one point, I ate so many that, like, they're quite tough.
Yeah.
Like, I cut all the inside of my mouth because I'd eaten so many.
Do they not soften in the milk? Or do you not wait that long? Just straight in?
Straight in, yeah.
Yeah.
Overrated.
I don't really like any sugary ones. If I do have cereal, it'll be muesli or something.
I do like I like things like Weetabix and stuff with no sugar. If I'm gonna have
Yeah.
something like that, I don't have sugar on it 'cause it's nice.
Yeah.
But if I'm feeling like sweet, I'll have Golden Nuggets. But Cookie Crisp as well, that's overrated. Doesn't taste like cookies, just tastes like crap
Yeah, I'd
cereal.
agree with that.
Cookie Crisp then?
Yeah.
Should we agree on Cookie Crisp?
Yeah.
Just have a quick thing.
Fuck Cookie Crisp.
Let's go
Yeah.
after them.
Yeah.
Get them shut down.
Yeah.
We haven't
Jamie
had any
Oliver.
beef in a while.
No,
have we?
well, Jamie Oliver's going after
Poor
cereal.
people.
Yes.
It's trying to ban any nice cheap food.
Yeah. Did you see something he put on Twitter the other day saying like, "Oh, what's your favorite breakfast? What's your favorite breakfast?"
Yeah.
And then someone put, "I'm not telling you because you're getting banned, you prick." But yeah, he's an arsehole.
2
isn't
for
he?
1 pizzas. Now fuck off.
A really rich man telling us to eat organic
Yeah.
all the time, and it's just not on. Okay, cool. This is the last question from Jay. Is with the economic downturn, the war in Syria, the housing crisis, and the ever-increasing amount of people addicted to prescription painkillers, which is better, boxers or briefs? Boxers.
Boxers,
Boxers, but if I'm wearing shorts, briefs.
I've
Because I've had some incidents.
I don't, since being little,
Yeah,
since
same.
I've at least teenager years, I don't think I've worn anything but boxers.
Yeah.
Baggy boxers
Same.
or like the tight ones?
My one, yeah, like not baggy,
Depends what.
definitely not baggy ones. If I'm, I don't know, I buy all the same ones.
Do you?
Yeah, I just buy,
You should get them out now. Let's have a look.
they're just black.
Oh, he actually is. Oh, nice.
But they're just like the ones that I can't kill that.
Yeah.
They're not tight, but they're not baggy. Yeah, that style. That's the style I buy.
Oh, I got the baggy style on
Yeah,
today,
you've got baggy on. Yeah.
which was a mistake in these shorts. Sorry,
Yeah.
Al, if you've caught a glimpse.
So yeah, boxers, Jay.
Yeah,
So thank you for that. Very good email. Enjoyed that. All right, the next one is from Owen Thomas. He says,
Has he emailed before? We need to welcome them. If
I think he has.
All right, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Let's read
EJ
it.
hasn't, so welcome, Jay, and thank you.
Quite so.
And Owen Thomas says, Chris Hutchins told me he was going to be on, and has been at me for more questions, effectively providing the content for your sodding podcast, so you don't have to. Here you go. First question is cheese thoughts, but
We've done this the other day.
we covered it the other week, so go fuck yourself.
Providing content, fucking listen to me.
And then the next one, if you were a box of cereal, what would you be and why? So
Not Cookie Crisp. No.
listen,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, listen to something that we did 5 minutes ago.
What is the most and least sexy name? I think we've covered that as well.
Yeah.
Like it was like Clive or something, wasn't it? For both. The most sexy name though, for
Probably be something Italian or French or something.
Alessandro.
Ooh.
No, well, yeah, my name.
No.
Hutch.
My favourite name. My favourite name.
David Seaman.
There's a guy I'm friends with on Facebook, and his brother is called John Barnes. I'm mad.
I used to have a
That's
milkman
actually-
called David James.
Nice. That's good.
Nicky Butt.
Nicky
quite
Butt,
sexy.
yeah. My favourite ever footballer's name is Fernando Morientes.
We talked about this yesterday and it was something different.
Is that?
Well, mine was Papa Bouba Diop.
Oh, yeah, Cinema Pongal.
Pongal.
Yeah, that's a good name, isn't it? He used to play for
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool.
Liverpool
Yeah.
legend.
Me and Ollie thought, before we heard the commentator say his name, we thought his name was Cinema Pongale. And we were like, that's
Yeah.
cool. If you could start a cult, what kind of cult would it be?
Like a death cult, sort of a murder,
Yeah,
murder-suicide pact thing.
Yeah.
You know, out in the desert, a sort of Charlie Manson
Jonestown
thing.
sort of thing.
Yeah, one of those sort of mass suicide cults.
That's pretty much what all of them
How
are.
do you start a cult? I mean, like Charles Manson must have started. How do you start?
It's very manipulative, isn't it?
Yeah, I told people he was Jesus and
People
stuff.
take applications.
Could we start
I
a
think they
common
took LSD or something, and then
Yeah.
common cult of the New West?
yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't
Oh, we could start a cult,
it?
can we?
Yeah. Oh.
Write in, let us know if you want to be part of our
Yeah,
cult.
this would be a cult. We could do one where it's like, you know, when they say like the aliens are going to come get us,
Yeah.
and like if you give us enough money, you can join the crew, then we'll all get collected.
Are we allowed to go after Scientology?
We could try. They'll probably shut us down, but we can try.
They would, yeah. Well, that started with a book, L. Ron Hubbard's book.
Yeah.
Fictional book. Sci-fi. Or, you know, allegedly.
Yeah, I don't really know
Might be
enough
real.
about it, but dicks, aren't
They're doing all right for themselves, though.
Yeah.
they? Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Allegedly.
I like Scientology. I think it's good.
Well, it's no more ridiculous than any of the other ones. Is it?
It's weird, one of those ones, isn't it? Like people like Jason Lee, you're like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, shame.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of any other. Any others?
Allegedly,
John Travolta.
Yeah, but that.
Allegedly, Will Smith.
Yeah, well, again, like, but like Jason Lee.
Is that My Name as well?
Yeah,
And Almost Famous.
more rats.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that film.
Almost
Yeah.
Famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's class.
He's very good. Well, he was very good. Anyway, our next one is from. It came through today. Oh no, it didn't. It came through very late last night. Sorry. Doesn't matter, does it? He says, "Hi all. His name's Sean.
Hiya, Sean.
Sean. We had a Sean last week.
Hello.
This is a different one, I think.
Yeah.
You all got your predictions wrong. I'm guessing he means for the Champions League. He says, shame you didn't back your Welsh compatriot. None of us did we? We should have, really.
I think I said I didn't care who win. Oh, I said it off air. If Ben Woodburn scored the winner or if Bale scored the
Yeah.
winner, I didn't mind who won as long as it was Wales. But fuck you, did you get it right, Sean?
Well, he says,
Oh, did
I,
he?
on the other hand, put £10 on Bale to score 2 at 35-1, and I'm £350 richer.
Ah, fair one.
That's
yeah.
a mad bet, though, put a tenner on.
Mm.
And he says, my question is, how well or badly do you think England will do at Russia? I can see us getting to the quarters. I've been thinking
Yeah,
about
quarters.
this. I think, like, normally there's like some sort of, they could do, like in the Euros, it was like, I picked a new fresh team when it was all young.
Yeah.
And this time, everything you listen to about it, they're like, they're terrible. They're not going to have the chance. They're absolutely useless.
Yeah.
So I think just to do, like, everyone gets a good tournament every now and then.
Mm.
I reckon they'll get to the semis this year. And then it'll be a sky-high hype for the next Euros, and they'll absolutely fuck it. That's what I want to happen.
You want England to get to the semis?
Yeah, but then for the next Euros, then have all the adverts, like, you know, we always back us, like England did in the Rugby World Cup. Like, we always back ourselves and stuff, and we can win this, and then absolutely fuck it. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
But I reckon
Rob Shaw going for touch.
we should. That's what we should do our alternate commentary on that game.
Yeah. Or we could just go after Chris Robshaw.
We could go after Chris Robshaw.
I think if they get to the quarters, they'll have either Brazil or Germany, the way it's worked out. I think that assumes that they finish maybe second in the group after behind Belgium.
I hope they score against Germany again. They don't count.
No, I just think, like, they just... I know they're shit, but they do just, like...
On the radio the other day, they're saying they follow one of the squads on Instagram, and it seems like, you know, like Wales was at the Euros, like just a bunch of mates all having a laugh. They're not all, because all of those, you know, this serious golden generation have all gone now, so now they're just sort of kids hanging out, and I think that goes further than a lot of things in international football, definitely.
I follow a few of the Tottenham players on Instagram, and it does seem a lot more like that. Because they tried to do it for the last Euros. Remember, they had that lion they were carrying around, but it was just really forced and horrible.
Pathetic.
It was a joke on it.
Embarrassing.
But then this time they does seem a bit more like a laugh.
Yeah.
But fuck them, innit?
Yeah. Lose to Tunisia first game, and I just want them to cry. You know when they zoom in on the crowds and they're crying? It's on that, but they got like the St George's Cross painted on their face, and it's all like smudged. And
I usually want England to do relatively well. Don't want them to win it, but I find that the media over here keeps the whole World Cup vibe going when England are still in it. So you see it a lot more, and it's a lot. Do you mean like when they go out, it all drops off really quickly?
Well, it's sort of different to anywhere else in the world in that we have the same media as England, and obviously Scotland as well. So we, you know, France sees France football, Spain sees
it's true,
Spanish football, but here we see all the English hype as well.
But it does kind of like remember in the Euros during like Wales at half time when they were beating Russia 3-0, they went on and just showed a whole England thing instead.
Yeah, fuck them.
Terrible, isn't it? Yeah, so I reckon semis. What do you reckon, Chris?
Group stages.
Do you reckon? Oh, good. That'd be nice.
First knockout game.
First, what's that, round of 16, is it? Yeah. Or is it 32? No, it's not 32. It's only 32 teams,
16,
isn't it?
yeah.
Cool, so that's your answer, Sean. And that is the end of the emails.
That was good.
Any other business?
What time are we on, Oz?
42.
42. Should we get... we did have a message from Joe.
Do you want to listen to it?
Oh, do we have to?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, go on.
We'll put it on. This is Joe in Barcelona. He's at a festival.
We asked him to send us some content. This is what he came up with.
Is it AJ? I'm Rudiger. Rudiger Starback. What's your name? Ajay. Legend. Rudiger.
Your color.
Say my name. Rudiger.
Say his name.
Rudiger.
Yeah. Who cares?
Rudiger Starback is a good fucking
It's a
name,
good
man.
name. AJ.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're.
That's it.
Sounds like they just cornered a poor guy. Just say my name. That's... I don't know what we expected, but that's pretty much...
That's exactly what I expected.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
It's good that they're listening to it in Barcelona. He said it's come up on the...
Yeah, maybe they were playing it over the sound system in the festival.
Just after Nick Cave.
Nick, who's that?
Nick Cave?
Yeah.
On the bad seeds. Nick Cave. We'll keep repeating it till you remember who
Would
it
I know
is.
that?
Peaky Blinders theme tune.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
What else has he done?
Well, loads of stuff. He's got a really good album called Murder Ballads, which is all old, ballads about murder.
Oh, nice.
And it's all dark, and it was really good. Really good, yeah.
What's it go like? Grass man.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like that. Tommy Cooper, Cathilly.
Yeah, true, yeah. Tommy Cooper.
Did we read a story about Tommy Cooper?
Hat and that, didn't he? A good hat.
He did. Died on stage with people laughing at him. Thought it was part of the act.
There's a Scroobius Pip song about that.
Tommy C.
It's very good.
Yeah. That's beauty. That's the most beautiful thing, is dying like Tommy Cooper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Short episode.
How would you like to die?
How would I like to die?
Yeah.
My nan always said she'd like to die by getting eaten by a lion.
That'd be
Or like a
sick.
tiger or something like that. She used to say like, oh, like the kind of like elegance of it and like have.
It's because they're, you know, king of the jungle, the most fantastic sort of beasts on the planet. So it's sort of an honor in a way. Also, people would talk about you forever.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, where's Al? Oh, he's at his nan's funeral. Oh, what happened? She got eaten by a lion. You laughing at the thought of your nan getting eaten by a lion?
I told someone this back in school like a few years ago, and they were like, oh no, if a lion or a tiger or something like that jumps on you, they said they've got a very tight skin on their chest, so you just push their legs apart and it just like splits their chest open and they die, and that's how you beat them. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, so that's if you were attacked by a lion.
But
Just
then thinking about it now,
overpower it quickly and
Just rip the arms off a lion.
no, they said like just push them apart. So if they jumped on you, just push the paws apart, and
Yeah.
because their like skin is so tight, it would just rip and they die. But that wouldn't happen, would it?
I
try
don't know
it.
if I believe that.
No, I don't believe that now. I did at the time.
Do it in the week and then
Jump in the lion's cage.
yeah.
How would you like to die?
Just you know, bed surrounded by my friends and family, my loved ones,
Yeah,
and
be
just slowly
Slowly.
drift off.
Oh.
Very slowly and painfully. No, eaten by a shark or something when I'm out surfing. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you'd want to survive that. 'Cause you have the scar.
Oh,
They
actually,
bite you
yeah.
on your midriff, but then you'd have a good, cool
I
scar.
would have a cool scar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, how would you like to die?
Shot on stage.
Oh,
Dying
nice.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Mid solo.
It's solo.
I'll say with Dimebag and Tommy Cooper is dying what your favourite thing in the world, you're doing it as you die.
Was there a reason
Oh,
you got...
shagging then. Dying while shagging.
Yeah, but imagine the person you're shagging
What if you both die?
together.
Yeah.
On stage being shot.
How did, like, was Dimebag's one, was that like a personal thing, was it? Or was
I
it
think
just...
he was upset about Pantera breaking up. The guy who's like a psycho fan. So it was when he was playing with his other band, Damage Plan. I think that was something to do with that. But it wasn't just Dimebag, there was people in the crowd as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
No.
Cool. Thank you for listening, everyone. It was great.
Let us know how you want to die, right? In.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, any emails?
I stayed up really late recently. Sorry, just quickly. We're having the same conversation with my dad. And he said he wanted to get a really fast car and just get up to like 150 miles an hour just into a concrete pillar.
Oh, no.
I'm like, someone's got to clean that up, Dad. I don't have to do that. So he asked me, and I was like, I'd go down the beach, down Rest Bay, backpack, fill it up with pebbles and rocks from the beach in the backpack, and then just walk into the sea.
Drowning, though.
Euphoric, innit?
Don't know.
Just because I don't want anyone to have to clean up a
Yeah.
mess.
Maybe you wash up somewhere.
Yeah, but just a bloated corpse.
Your dad once told me that if he died, he wanted a Rolling Stone song played at his funeral.
Yeah, sympathy for the devil.
But he said that you would listen to your mum, and she'd be like, no.
Oh, so you have to.
So I have to do it, yeah. And I was just like, oh, that's a lot.
We'll make sure you do.
Yeah, well, yeah. I will, definitely.
Yeah, sympathy for the devil.
Yeah, yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you for listening. Bye, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
The common clay, the common clay, the common clay of the New West.
I'll see if you spot anything at the end.
Morons.
Well, no, I don't do it now. I do it in the edit later, don't I?
No, fuck that.
Leave that in there, that would be good.